called my sister, I called my mother, and they have everything. They have everything. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I don't know. But like, they asked me this question, they confirmed my age, and then they just hung up. I just don't know what to do. Welcome to my 4th episode of I'm Just Sharing with Shonda. I'm Shonda, and I've been in customer service for 4 years now. This podcast is about my profound experiences that I have with my customers and how they affect me inside and outside the workplace. I have segments to keep me on track. The first segment is called Think Piece, just to help me to get into my story. So I am currently studying for my CompTIA Security Plus for my certification that will lead me into cybersecurity. I'll be looking down, but just to keep me, I have notes. So, and I'll start off with my story before I talk about this particular customer that this happened to. So, before I begin, I have 2 things that stood out to me in my study of the certification is the redirection attack and the cyber kill chain. And the redirection attack is the most popular attack that hackers use. So there was one day where I'm on my laptop and I needed to go to LinkedIn. And I typed in LinkedIn, but I got one letter wrong. This is where the redirection happened because it took me up to this Microsoft help desk, it said. And it made it seem like this was the thing that was going to help me stop the attack before it happened. But on the screen, it said something like, "You're in the midst of being attacked. My files, pictures, social, and bank were under attack." As this was happening, this voice came through my computer, and this was the most intimidating voice that I ever heard because, like, it said, "Stop. Don't turn off your computer. You're being attacked." And in my desperation and what I felt like, I was just like, maybe this is fake. So I tried hitting the power off button and nothing happened. My computer did not turn off. So it made it feel even more real than what it was. So on the side, it gave me a number to call. So I called the number and I got a person and they said that they were here to help. I exchanged my name. He exchanged his name. And he just said, I explained what was happening and what they said on my computer. He said, "Okay, I'm here to help." So he said, "I just want to confirm the account that we have up. Is your name Shonda Pendleton?" And I was like, "Yes." And then I want to say God was on my side because what he asked next was, "And are you 25? And I was like, "Yeah." And then I was like, whoa, wait. Why did you just ask me that question? How does that pertain to what is going on? Like, why? And then the phone hung up. At this point, I panicked. I went into a full-blown panic attack. I started hyperventilating. I was crying. I called my sister. I called my mother, and they have everything. They have everything. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I don't know. But like, they asked me this question. They confirmed my age, and then they just hung up. I just don't know what to do. I freaked out. So the person, they called me back, and it was a new person. They said, "Sorry, I believe you got disconnected with one of my associates. I'm so-and-so, I'm here to help." I still partially believe that these are people actually here to help. These have to be. And also in my state of desperation, I do still need help with this. So he instructed me, as I went with the conversation, he instructed me to download a security system that would stop the attack. So again, reading is very, very important. So what he was telling me to download with the security program, but when I went to this, it said screen mirroring instead. And I just said, well, this is screen mirroring. I don't understand how you say that this is a security program. And then he like explained like, no, this is just like the steps. This is the security system that you have to like download. This is going to help me see, what you see on the computer so I can guide you. And already, again, my suspicions are still up after the first call. So I say to him, well, I don't trust the screen mirroring. Can you just walk me through the steps on how to get this off? I can do that. If you can just walk me through this, it's perfectly fine. I can do that. So with him explaining like, oh, well, no, you just need to download it. Like you have to download this system so I can help you. And we were on the phone for like 15 minutes. Like 15 minutes went by and I was just like, okay, but I wouldn't do it. I was just still contemplating about downloading this. I don't trust this, put him on mute and I'm contemplating going back and forth. Like, should I download this? My heart's beating fast. I need to make a decision. Like I felt like I needed to make this decision, but it just felt so weird. It says screen mirroring. So then he would come back, after a couple minutes, because we were on the phone for a while because I was just contemplating about downloading this program, quote unquote program, the security program. And we would just go through the steps again. I repeat the steps. So I'm like, so once I download this program, you'll see my screen and you'll be able to see what I see, right? And you'll be able to walk me through what this is. And he said, yes. And this will lead me to the security program. He said, this is the security program. I just have to screen mirror your thing to get there. So we have to install this, to download this there. And I'm like, okay, I'm still, still a little edge on this. So I was like, okay. Again, put him on mute, me contemplating, going back and forth. Should I do it? Should I not do it? I don't know. I just don't want this attack to hit me. I don't want it to hit me. So as I'm still contemplating, he would come back like every 5 minutes or so and just say, did you download it? And I'm like, yeah, I just don't understand why you have to screen mirror my screen. Can't you just walk me through this? And that's all I kept asking. He was just like, no, you have to just download it. Just download it. And he was getting frustrated too. Like, just download it. So it was a little bit tough. So I was like, yeah, no. So I was like, okay, hold on. So I put him on mute again. And as I put him on mute, I am going and looking at the closest place that I can go to get this fixed, to fix my issue. There's a micro center right up the street from me. And I was like, okay, I have to go to this person. I have to go see this place. I have to go there to fix this. And I went back to the phone call and I said, I'll call you guys right back. I do appreciate this, but I'll call you right back. So what he said after this made me confirm that these aren't the people who they said that they were. This isn't Microsoft, because he said, I advise you not to call anybody because your phone is hacked and you could be hacked because of what's going on. And I was just like, Thank you again. I will call you guys back. I will. I ended the phone call, ended up going to Micro Center, speaking to a guy named Matthew and explaining, I'm still like in a panic, I'm like, okay, you're a person. I have to explain to you like what just happened to me. And he said, okay, we have to do a diagnostics check. This diagnostics check is going to take about like an hour. You do have to pay for this diagnostics check if we do find something. Even if we don't find something, you still have to pay for this diagnostics check. I'm like, cool. Yeah, still in desperate mode. I don't care how much it costs. Like, I think he did say like how much it costs, actually. I think it was like $50. Could have been more. I had the receipt, but I didn't look it up. But he was at the service desk. I was just like, I just need to do this. So as the diagnosis check like went on, I decided to, of course, change all my passwords to anything that I could think of, because I don't know what these people got. I don't know if this hack went through, but I felt like I was. And I just needed to change everything. I changed all my passwords and making a long password with symbols, because usually, as when I first started and getting passwords, I kept them all the same because I'm like, nobody's going to get in this. But this particular reason, this situation that happened, I said I have to change all my passwords. I can't go on. I can't go on thinking that this is okay, and it wasn't. So they did found the malware that I downloaded. It wasn't installed, it was just downloaded on the computer. And they said that this was the malware that made it seem that it was the security system that I was downloading, but it was definitely something an attacker created. So I was like, okay. Matthew was awesome. And he said that I should download the security and pay for the security ESET. And the ESET, what is it? The ESET is a program that keeps my browser secure and will protect me from redirection. So I bought it and I love it. I feel very much protected. It was awesome. So this leads me into the cyber kill chain. So the cyber kill chain is one, recognizance. Attacker researches target network and attempts to identify vulnerabilities. 2, weaponization. The attacker either adapts an existing remote access malware weapon or creates a new one, tailored to the one more vulnerable identified in the previous step. 3, delivery. The attacker transmits the weapon to the target, example via email attachments, link to malicious websites, USB drives, etc. 4, exploitation. The malware weapon triggers, which takes action on target to exploit one or more vulnerabilities and compromise the host. 5, installation. The malware weapon installs an access point, like a backdoor, usable by the attacker. 6, command and control. The malware enables the attacker to have, quote unquote, hands on the keyboard, persistent access to the target network. 7, action on objective. The attacker takes action to achieve their goals, such as data exfiltration, data destruction, or encryption for ransom. So that's the cyber kill chain. And when I was studying, I was like, wow, it triggered this to that very moment, this redirection that happened. I could have been hacked. I've just made that decision to go see an actual person, because just that first call, I feel like if that first situation or that first one-on-one person that I had on the phone, I felt like I would have been, I would have did it. Maybe, because I'm like, still, I don't see why you have to screen mirror what, to see what I'm doing, when you can, as a customer service or Microsoft help desk person, you should just be able to walk me through this process without seeing my screen, So that was very scary. But I did have a customer. It leads me into the customer that came into the store, and she was successfully hacked. Hers felt even more real because she explained that this was something that popped up on her TV. And I don't believe that she was on the browser on the TV. Somehow it popped up on her TV. She was trying to log into Prime, and it was the same thing that popped up, that she has to call this number to get help. They went through the whole thing of downloading whatever program that they downloaded. They had control of her stuff. They got into her bank, I believe her social medias, but mostly banks and just big accounts that she came into the store and was like, I need a new number. I need to change my card or my account. I've been hacked. And sometimes when we get these, situations, sometimes it's a hack through Facebook. Very different. I know how to work with Facebook. I say usually just make a new account, delete your current one. I'm very sorry, you do have to start over. But with this, actually her having the statements to show me how much money that they tried getting. Shout out to banks that do the extra steps in confirming with their customers about certain transactions. She stopped it sort of from them getting into too much money from out of her account. But she didn't trust her phone. She got a new phone. She got a new phone number. She changed the card information. But how she explained it is that she then had to just run these errands of changing what she already established. Getting hacked, you have to uproot your whole life technically to start over. When a person takes over, a person that is not you takes over your life basically. They get your social medias, your bank account, that's it. It's such a start over. And that was like when I was taking while the diagnostics was happening, taking the time to change all my passwords and thinking about what I wouldn't be able to do in the future. Now, again, I have a twin and our socials are very much close together. So that's just another story that I'll get into later about her. But I wouldn't be able to, you know, apply for a car so easily or a house so easily, apartment so easily. It would not be as easy when they'd be like, okay, so, I had to lock my social after that. I locked my social security and so they won't have to get back into it. But just that and starting over is just super scary and tiring. And there's people who are out there very smart and bored with their lives that they would use somebody else's information just to get a little bit ahead of where they are. But it's just so scary of the people who get attacked. And it's mostly older people that don't read a screen to say, this just doesn't feel right. I don't feel comfortable that it's a screen mirroring at all. And just walk me through this. And if there are steps to take for you not to do that and just give me the instructions on how to do it, I will be perfectly fine with that. But, in that time of desperation, you'll do anything to stop. You'll do anything to stop that from happening. So it was like huge. It was very huge into, what this customer had to do to just start over. So I just think what I advised her to do was the number that pops up on your screen, make sure that you do the research on that number. Like, I know that you're in a panic, but research that phone number. Go to Google and type in that like customer service number to Prime, customer service into Disney, whatever program. Just look up that number and make sure that it matches. If it doesn't, just know to call that number that you actually researched, not the one that popped up on the screen. Having somebody with you, call somebody just to confirm whatever you have to do. Or most trusted thing, take it to a person, call the closest Micro Center, Best Buy, whatever, somebody who has Geek Squad, Asurion, your carrier, whatever, still 611 straight on your phone. Look up the number to just make sure, but to make sure that you call and that is the person. Like, I just got this. I need to make sure that this is real or not. So it was just a time. I just felt so bad. I felt so bad for the customer. For me, it was just a scary, scary, scary moment. A scary moment and full-blown panic attack. I never, ever had a panic attack and hyperventilating and freaking out about this. Just that one thing, that question just threw me off. But if that first call didn't happen, I'm pretty sure I would have been hacked. But hey, I'm not. I just advise everybody to do the same thing. Just research before it happens. But what a time. Let's move on to my second segment. My second segment is random thought, because I need to make sure that I am not the only person that thinks this. So I went to the grocery store, and I believe everybody, of course everybody goes to the grocery store, but I was just thinking about how much time you have to really cook something and eat all the snacks that you have. Maybe not the snacks, but food that you have to cook. And to me, how fast that you need to cook it so it doesn't go bad at all. And yes, people do I look at the expiration dates. I do look at the expiration dates, but to me, in that time frame, you still have to, I feel like I have to rush to get this out. So I'm just eating, and cooking. And sometimes, leftovers get sad because you want something fresh. So that's just one thing, the rush into getting groceries gone out your fridge and out your cabinet maybe, but mostly out the fridge it's work. It is work. I just feel like I'm just under pressure with getting all the food gone. So, and it just makes a hard decision. And I'm just like, I'm out and about, and I'm like, oh, I want to cook. I want to grab something. I'm like, I got food at home. Why do I need to grab anything out when I can just make something or have leftovers? But rather not have leftovers, so I need to make something. So it's, they're fresh. I can eat them at a good time. But yeah, just let me know. I'm just like not the only person that thinks this, because in the comments, email me. I'm excited. That was my random thought. Last segment is appreciating the little things, and appreciating the little things, just me appreciating the smallest thing I could think of, or just appreciating something throughout the day. It's my confirmation or words of affirmation. I have to say that I appreciate dirt. I really do. It's sometimes disgusting to get muddy when it's water and too much of it, but I appreciate it. It's such a foundation for growth. And I was just thinking about if somebody threatened me in a way, like, you're just lower than dirt. I'm like, well, that's essential. So we need it. It's used for a lot, but mostly growth. It's for the roots. It's just such a foundation to just grow and feel good, and what life it brings. And I appreciate dirt, man. Yeah. But this was I'm Just Sharing with Shonda. Please listen to me on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. I'm on the YouTube. I'm Just Sharing with Shonda. Email me and share your experiences with me at imjustsharing@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram at imjustsharingpod. I'm happy about my 4th. Yeah. But thank you guys for listening. Peace.